The college basketball season tips off tonight with all eyes on the marquee matchup between Duke and Kentucky right here in New York City. And for the first time, student athletes can make money off their name, image, and likeness, known as their NIL. This is after NCAA rules changed. Players are now partnering with everything from major clothing brands to local car dealerships. Some have inked sponsorship deals worth thousands, even millions of dollars. CBS Saturday Morning co-host Dana Jacobson shows us how it's all working at the University of Kentucky.
It's like night and day from when I first got here.
For Kentucky basketball junior Keon Brooks and freshman teammate Ty Washington, the new NIL policy is life-changing.
You can tell me it's none of my business, but how much did each one of you make in the first month?
I don't even know an amount, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I couldn't pinpoint an exact amount, but it's been pretty good to me so far.
Hundreds? Thousands?
No.
Dana, mind your own business is what that one is.
Deals for these student athletes can range from autograph signings to social media promotions.
What's up, guys? It's Keon.
To Cameo, where fans pay for personalized video messages. Handling that newfound money, just one new challenge for these student athletes.
All right, stop.
And that's where Kentucky basketball coach John Calipari says the universities come in.
We administrators and coaches have to be educators and have to be protectors, because you don't want these young people to get involved with stuff and they look back like, what just happened to me? It gives you a chance to talk financial literacy.
Financial literacy and knowing what your brand is worth.
They want you to go do something for $50. No. Your value is what someone is willing to pay you. Don't accept that. You don't jump at the first thing. You got to step back and look at this a little bit.
I want y'all to have as much money as possible, know how to save it, and that's what we'll talk about today.
To help, Kentucky turned to Influencer, a company that supports student athletes in building a brand. An app helps them grow their social media presence while staying in compliance with school rules.
I think people will look at it and say, oh, you brought Influencer here. What does Kentucky get out of that?
By having Influencer, we basically are protecting ourselves and protecting the students against themselves, doing something they don't need to do.
But it's not just athletes from the big revenue-generating sports that can benefit.
From the back.
Hurdler Masai Russell is a senior on the track team. She's capitalized on her large social media following, 150,000 on Instagram and more than 400,000 on TikTok.
I never planned this. I never planned for this to happen. Social media was just something that I love to do.
What is the brand that you've created for yourself that you think some of these businesses are attracted to?
I don't really fake who I am, and I think it's pretty obvious.
I can tell already, actually, yeah.
I am who I am, and I think that, the brands love that.
Brands like clothing companies Third Love and Champ Sports, who partnered with Russell.
A lot of people did think it would be the football players, the basketball players, but it's good to know that I'm an African-American female that can step up and, represent these brands, represent myself and who Masai is on and off the track.
And while building a brand is a full-time job on top of school and a sport, the students say they are ready for it.
What do you say to people that doubt that you can do all of this?
You just got to keep your priorities straight. You're not going to be able to make money or be famous on social media if you're not going out on the court and producing, or if you're not eligible because you're not getting your stuff done.
A professional approach by those the NCAA maintains are amateur athletes. For CBS Mornings, Dana Jacobson, Lexington, Kentucky.
Go Masai Russell. I already like her.
Yeah.
I like her.
I'm
She
all
looks
for
great.
it. I think this is fair and square.
Yeah,
But-
I would
but
like
I'm-
to say it's about time.
Yeah, I agree. Because at first, Nate, I was mixed about it. I thought, is it going to ruin the purity of the game? But now I really do understand it and get it. I love how the guys didn't want to tell Dana what the figure was.
Yeah, that was.
I am curious about what is the figure, aren't you?
I would say hundreds of thousands of
Hundreds of
dollars,
thousands?
for sure. Almost millions. And anybody who's hesitant that might be watching and saying, well, what about the purity of the game? These guys are amateurs. Just look at how much these universities are making off of these
I
athletes.
know,
You'll change your mind.
That's what made me switch, too.
Yep, no doubt about it.